here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the sun, woman.
Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel for this month's new moon readings. The new moon is falling in the sign of Aquarius on January 28th, and so this reading is going to cover that time frame through to February 27th, the new moon in Pisces. I want to say happy birthday to all my fellow Aquarians. I'm also an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. So a lot of strong Aquarian energy there. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who likes and shares the videos and who comments. I appreciate your energy that you put in, and I appreciate your loyalty to the channel. Now, this new moon in Aquarius really marks the beginning of 2017 in a lot of ways. You're going to be finding that the energy of 2016 is really going to be passing away. And with this new moon in Aquarius, you know, the ball gets rolling for what's going to be happening for us in this new year. Aquarius is the sign of the innovator, the sign of the humanitarian. You know, Aquarius pours out the waters of humanity, love, and peace. And justice in that, you know, as that water bearer. So in your own individual lives as well as in the world around us, you may see, you know, more of a quest for freedom, for independence, for the protection of your own rights, the protection of the rights of others. Many of you may be getting more involved in humanitarian causes for justice and peace and equality. So again, keep your eyes open for that in your life as well as, you know, what's going on around us in the world at large. Now, we're also in a period of eclipses, so it's eclipse season time again. The eclipses in February are going to be falling on February 10th in the sign of Virgo, so Virgo and Pisces are going to be very strong there. Those eclipses that's a full moon eclipse on February 10th, so as we know, full moons bring culmination, they bring endings, they bring clearing away of energies so that we can start, you know, with a fresh slate. Now, you may find a lot of clearing away of the emotional baggage from the previous 6 months in your own life. Allow that to happen. Allow those closures to happen, because there are new and more resonant things coming through to you, and you don't want to have that baggage holding on to that and prevent those blessings from coming into you. All right. So we'll get more into that around the full moon. Hopefully, I'll be able to do full moon readings for you at that time. But for now, let's just concentrate on the new moon in Aquarius for each of the 12 individual signs. Now, these are general readings. If you'd like a private reading that is, again, very specific, very tailored to your own personal situation, please contact me at the link below here in the information box at my website, or you can contact me on Facebook as well. Thank you again for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and let's go ahead and take a look at the individual readings for the 12 signs. Hello, my dear Pisces. This new moon in Aquarius is going to be highlighting your 12th house. So, you know, it's interesting. I've already laid the cards down here just to save time, and the oracle card that came up is the number 29 card, and that card is called the Abysmal. Now, you know, it sounds dark, but I'll explain to you exactly what it means and how it correlates to the 12th house. So your 12th house is the house of your subconscious, your hidden fears, you know, those things under the surface that we need to weed out in order to live a healthy and clear life, okay, with our mind clear and our hearts clear. The 12th house has to do with karma. It's kind of like the residue left over from our karmic history, and many times we are called to release that karmic baggage in order to push through to a breakthrough in our current lifetime, in our current incarnation. Okay, so often the 12th house areas are areas that can make us afraid, because they're, it's hard to address deep-seated fears. It's hard to address our insecurities, things that make us feel afraid, whether it's internal or whether it's external. But many times, rather than these things being something that truly exists in our lives and that actually has a hold on us, they're only our subconscious thoughts and fears. And all we have to do is finally face them, address them, work through them, and then be liberated from them. Okay? So this is a theme that is going to be highlighted for you in the month of February. And with Aquarius being the sign of the new moon, Aquarius is that sign of freedom. So many of you are going to be finding the strength and the ability to break through, to free yourselves and liberate yourselves from these insecurities that have no basis in fact in this life, okay, in this lifetime. Now, some of you, this 12th house also has to do with our addictions, and often our addictions to things connect with our fears and with our insecurities. So, we can be addicted to a person in our life because we're afraid of being alone, or, we're afraid of being on our own, so we become dependent on that person. We become addicted to drugs, alcohol, things like that, because there's something that we're not wanting to face, so we self-medicate, okay? So, how this connects to the cards, your central theme here is this card called the Abysmal. And some of the key words on the card are insecurity, overwhelm, dark emotions, facing fear, courage, danger. Okay, now, not in the sense of, when I say danger, it's not in the sense of you being in danger or, someone after you. Hopefully this is not the case with you. If this is your situation, then you need to do everything you can to protect yourself, whether it is alerting authorities, whether it is leaving a situation that might be causing you fear, any kind of threatening situation. You want to cut ties, free yourself, move away, or get help in these situations, okay? But if it is not this situation that is so extreme, it is for most of you facing your subconscious fears that are being dredged up this month and finally breaking through them, okay? Some of you may be facing a situation that's got you feeling insecure, okay? And you're trying to figure out how to deal with it. You're trying to figure out how to find your way through, through darkness. You're not able to see clearly. You may be facing a situation where you may be needing to make a choice, or you may need to, release yourself or separate yourself from a situation or a person in your life, and the thought of that is tremendously fearful. The thought of that is scaring you to death, okay? Because you don't know what the future will hold. You fear the unknown. It's often better the devil we know than the devil we don't, which is not necessarily the case, okay? So the central message here is, do not allow your fears of the unknown keep you tied to a situation that is no longer healthy for you, or no longer right for you, okay? That maybe you've outgrown, or that you just don't need to be a part of any longer, okay? So facing fear and courage is going on this month for my Pisces. You have a new moon at the end of February on the 26th, and that is going to be the your true birthday. That is going to be the beginning of your solar year. So you want to get through this month, face what you have to face, release your fears, get rid of those demons, face those ghosts, so that when that new moon comes, you are clear and free and ready to move forward with a new life and a new plan for your life, Pisces. All right? So what's been going on? Well, the Emperor is here in the past, and so I feel like many of you have been, you've had to be the strong one. Okay, in families, there are the strong ones, the ones that handle all the responsibility, the ones that everybody goes to for support, for guidance, for, a helping hand, for a shoulder to cry on. And with the Emperor here, you very much, I feel, have been wearing this, playing this role for people in your lives, whether it's your partner or your relatives, your children, maybe even in your work situation, you're the go-to guy, you're the go-to girl, that everybody depends on, that everyone looks up to. You have that Emperor, you present yourself as the Emperor, this strong, stoic, and I'm going to say masculine, but I don't mean that in the sense of only men. I mean that in the sense of strong masculine energy, and a woman can have strong masculine energy that makes her assertive. But for male or female, this is really the boss energy. You oversee perhaps a business, you oversee a family, you oversee a group of people, an organization, so you're the go-to person. And while this is a honorable position, and while this is often, many of us are called to be that person in our lives and in the lives of those around us, the question is, who do you go to when you need that support and when you need that strength? So often the Emperor is so busy being strong for other people that he or she is not able to be weak for anyone else or in front of anyone else. So I feel like, you've been doing that. You've been carrying that weight and that responsibility and directing and defending your kingdom, defending your loved ones or your company or your job, whatever it is. But right now, something's going on. There is some pain here. There is some stress. There is perhaps something is breaking down, and that's what I'm getting the feeling, that there's something that is important to you that either, that you have invested either time and time, money, energy, love, many years, devotion, all your resources, natural resources and financial resources. And now you are feeling on some level defeat. Okay? What is it that you're feeling defeated at? You may be feeling at your lowest right now. And this is not a reading to bring anybody down. We're going through this. We're going to walk through this to see how we can get to the bottom of what's going on here. And again, this is a general reading, but you will know where this applies. If this doesn't apply, then maybe this is not the month that will resonate for you. But if this does apply, we can get kind of hints to see where you can, what can help you get through this, all right? And I feel like you are going to have a lot to be thankful for by the end of February. So whatever situation you're feeling right now that is difficult for you, push through it, okay? Do whatever you can do to get through it, to get past it, because by the end of the month, there is going to be a sense of liberation. There's going to be a sense of moving either away or out of this difficulty. Something is going to lift you above the above the difficulties, above the stress or the tension, above what you feel that you may have lost, something else is coming for you that's going to lift you out of that sense of loss or that sense of defeat, Pisces. Okay, so don't allow yourself to get stuck there and to be overwhelmed by this. Now, the first glimmer of something happening to kind of change the landscape for you is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, you know, kind of represents that mid-month period where I feel like there is some news coming through for you that's going to be really positive and very encouraging. Now, this might be financial news. This could be a job offer. This could be some, you know, monies coming through that you are hoping to assist you in a situation. This could be just a message, you know, a phone call, a text message, a letter in the mail, or a meeting with someone, you know, or someone new coming into your life who is going to be able to assist you here and give you information that's going to significantly improve your thoughts about the situation, improve your outlook, and be like this kind of glimmer of hope, but not just something that you know, that's hopeful and wistful and that you're wishing and dreaming about, something that is substantial. Why I say that is because the Page of Pentacles is Earth, okay? The Page of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, okay? And if you know anything about Earth signs, you know, they don't build their lives and their fortunes, their dreams on wishful thinking. They build on strong foundations, things that they can touch, feel, smell, hold on to, okay? Finances are very important to them. Financial security is very important. Building a strong foundation, information, working hard at whatever they are doing, you know, putting in the time, the energy, you know, nose to the grindstone, and learning more so that they can do an even better job, or so that they can have a greater sense of security, or so that they can climb the ladder of success. So it's very possible that there is an earth sign energy that's coming into the picture for you. Pages usually represent, for me, new people. This could be someone younger than you, all right, because the page energy is a youngish kind of energy. And again, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that has some information for you, has a financial blessing for you, or some kind of, it could even be, interesting for me, it could even be someone that is offering you an opportunity to train or to intern for something, you know, or for a new job, a new position. So if you get the opportunity or the offer comes to you to train for something, or to, say, work part-time, you know, I'm getting even part-time work that could evolve into a full-time career for you, okay? So don't turn your nose up at an opportunity that comes through if it isn't exactly what you're hoping for, because it may be a situation where they're starting you off a few days, or starting you off, you know, with part-time hours to see how you do and to see if you can do the job, you know, and then you prove yourself, and from there, you know, the sky's the limit. And I'm using the analogy, the sky's the limit, because, you know, I'm not going to skip over, but just a preview that at the end of the reading here, by the end of the month, you know, you have the Chariot. Let's see if I can bring that closer to you. And the Chariot is, look at that air balloon, okay? That hot air balloon is lifting, you know, the people in it high above the earth and above the landscape, into the stars, into the sky, into the clouds, okay? So It's a very different energy than this Five of Swords. It's a very different energy than this this abysmal card, okay? Also, watch your emotions, Pisces. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Now, you are an emotional sign. You're ruled by water, so your feelings are always close to the surface. You always react from the emotional side. You know, you're not the air sign that might think things out first. You are the emotional Pisces, and we love you for that, because you think with your heart. You think with your emotions. If it feels right, then you do it. If it doesn't feel right, then you know it's not for you. But you have to be careful to be objective in this month, because with the full moon eclipse happening on the 10th, emotions are going to run high, and people might be a little more excitable or anxious, and so I don't want your anxieties to get the best of you this month. All right, so if everybody else is running around going crazy, I want you, Pisces, to be able to pull back, gain that control, that balance on your emotions, so that you can make the right decisions for you in the midst of kind of unstable energy. All right? So watch out for that Page of Pentacles energy, probably, you know, around mid-month. So after this eclipse, you know, the eclipse on the 10th, so I say let the eclipse energy just die down a little bit, about, you know, 3 or 4 days. And from that point, keep your eyes open for an opportunity, something coming through. Like I said, a phone call, email, text message, you know, instant message on Facebook or whatever, that could be a significant opportunity for you. And the Six of Swords is crowning you. So the Six of Swords is talking about, you know, moving away from difficulty. So as thick and as deep as you feel you are in this abyss that you might be going through right now, there is definitely a sign here that things are about to improve significantly for you. The Six of Swords talks about moving away from difficulty, getting yourself away, moving from more emotional or difficult areas to calmer shores. Okay, so there is an improvement that is coming through. Allow it to come through. You know, the Six of Swords is coming up in your advice card, so you have to allow this to happen so that you can take advantage of it. So if something comes up, it presents itself that can improve your situation, even in the smallest way, embrace it. Okay, let it happen. Grab onto it, because it you know, it's very likely that it is better than whatever it is that you're facing right now or dealing with right now that's kind of, you know, holding you. The Page of Pentacles, just to go back here for a second, pages also represent our children. So, you know, there could be some good news related to a child in your life, whether it's a small child, you know, or an adult child. You could receive some significant information or some good news, you know, related to your children as well. And that could really lift things for you, lift your spirits, and make you feel very hopeful and excited about the future. All right, not only for yourself but for your child as well. Okay, so now, what is the influence around you? Well, the moon is here. Okay, and the moon signifies a lot for me, because the moon again talks about it can talk about subconscious. It's going right along with that 12th house energy, that abysmal energy here. The moon is things we can't see, things that are unknown, things that we don't understand. You know, it's our fears, it's our insecurities. So, you know, this is kind of an energy that is around you right now. You know, some of you could be having insomnia, having trouble sleeping, you know, getting up in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning and not able to go back to sleep. Some of you may be having some really crazy dreams, okay, that might be worrying you. Don't worry about them though, okay? If you have some vivid dreams, Try to make a note of what it is that you dreamt of. Maybe this is a good month for you to keep, a pen and a piece of paper, or your phone next to the bed, so that if you have some dreams that you wake up and that you remember that are very vivid, there may be some messages coming through to you through those dreams. All right, that you need to be aware of. Often our subconscious, our spirit guides, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, speaks to us through our dreams, because when we're sleeping, we're in a receptive phase of our consciousness, and we're quieting our mind so that all the this, that, and the other thing that's going on in our lives are quieted for a little while, and so our mind is able to open up and be receptive, and so our subconscious comes through often with messages to help us. Okay, so be aware of your dreams and maybe make a note of them, as I said. Now, interesting, on this card it says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. All right, now I'm not making this up. Look at this. Okay, let me see if it just focuses there. And that is, that was Henry David Thoreau, a great writer. So, maybe go on Amazon or go to the bookstore and get a book, from Henry David Thoreau that may have some messages for you. You never know. These things come from all different areas, all different ways we can get messages. So the influence is also here. The moon, the full moon is on this card. So there may be something very significant that happens around that full moon eclipse for you, Pisces, around February 10th. Full moons are the culmination of things. They can bring about endings to things that no longer serve a purpose in our life. They can also bring about culmination, things coming to completion, moving to a higher level. So, some of you may be ending something significant in your life. Maybe a job situation, maybe a relationship, maybe a business partnership. Some of you may be moving away from, with the Six of Swords here. This could mean also physical move, all right? So some of you could be traveling. If there is an opportunity that comes up for you to travel, Pisces, I say take advantage of it, because there could be a significant happening or event or meeting or change in your life as a result of travel this month. And again, with the moon around that February 10th, maybe a trip around the 10th, 11th of February is going to bring about an opportunity that will help elevate you, like I said earlier, out of what this is that you're going through, okay, or whatever has ended. Something is definitely ending this month, Pisces. So it could be end of difficulty. It could be the end of a trying situation for you. All right? The end of this abysmal feeling that you've been going through, feeling overwhelmed. Okay? Let that energy speak to you and see what it brings about. Now, the obstacle here is the Three of Swords. And I'm going to just read the message on the Three of Swords card. It says, difficulties exist to be surmounted. All right, so that's a very clear message. With the Three of Swords here as an obstacle, well, there is an obstacle in your life of sadness, perhaps, of heartache, of thoughts about the past that are still holding on to you. There may be an obstacle that you have recently separated or are thinking about separating from someone, from a relationship. And it is an obstacle for you to move on because you are still so caught up in this, in a sense of loss, or a sense of what has happened recently, there may have been a separation. Okay? Don't allow this to be an obstacle for you, Pisces, because, as I said, there is something that is trying to come to a closure here for you, to bring about a better situation for you. And you don't want to stand in your own way. You don't want to get in your own way, or be in your own way from allowing you to move forward on this new path or along your life's path. Okay, so again, if something ends, let it go, bless it, and then release it. Okay, that full moon, now that's an eclipse, and the eclipse is very powerful because it can bring about changes that would usually take months to years to change or to be completed. An eclipse can do that in a month. All right, that's how powerful that energy is. So, just be aware of what it is that you want to keep in your life and what it is that no longer serves you in your life, so that you're not surprised if things do, if you are required to release something or even someone. All right. Now, the outcome here, well, we have the Chariot. And as I was saying earlier, the Chariot is just, it's really a fantastic card because it talks about victory. More than anything, the Chariot is victory. It's victory over difficulties, over stress, over obstacles, over problems, issues that you've been going through. Okay, the Chariot, on the traditional Rider-Waite decks, the Chariot rider is guiding two horses or two mythical creatures. Sometimes it's two sometimes it's two beings or four-legged creatures, that are mythical, but that represent the yin and the yang. Okay, that represent the positive and the negative. So when the Chariot rider is holding those reins, they are controlling the positive and the negative. They're controlling the darkness and the light in their lives. They have things in balance. Okay, it's not always going to be light, and then it's not always going to be dark in our lives. We have to stay balanced and focused in that middle ground, okay, that allows us to deal with whatever comes in life. Okay, so I feel that by the end of February, Pisces, if you do the work that needs to be done, if you allow that 12th house energy to release you, finally release you from what's been holding you back, I feel like you have a tremendous victory that is assured to you, okay? Despite what it looks like right now, despite the heartache, perhaps that you're feeling, despite the stress, the strain, the sadness, the sense of loss that you may be experiencing, if you stay balanced, and if you keep your head on straight, and if you take a step back, and as I said, bless whatever needs to be released from your life and let it go, there's a victory that is going to be coming to you. And the message on this card of the Chariot: do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Okay, so the path that you may need to take may be one that you've never taken before. It may be brand new. It may be you, like that fool, stepping out on the path, having no idea where you're going, having no idea how you're going to get there, having no idea who's going to be there when you get there, okay? But just knowing that you have got to go. All right? Because what you're leaving behind is much lesser than the potential of what you have to create in the future for yourself. All right, Pisces, so that is your message. An amazing message here. I feel really powerful, strong energy coming through for you this month of February. And you want to be ready, as I said, for that new moon eclipse that's going to be in your sign on February 26th. And I'll tell you, the way your life looks right now, in a month, it may be completely different. I mean, a completely different life than the one that you have right now. But you have to face it courageously and not be afraid to live your truth and to move into being able to live in your truth and not in the darkness and not in lies perhaps or deception. Okay? That moon here, the influences around the moon can represent deception. So there may be deception around you. You may be the one that's deceiving someone else, or someone around you may be deceiving you. And you may find that out this month. Or your deception may be revealed this month and force you to make changes that have needed to be made. All right, but in the end, as I said, it looks like there's a victory for you, Pisces. So I'm excited for you and hopeful, and looking forward to your birthday month next month and those readings for you to see what's happened. So definitely reach out to me, my beautiful Pisces. Thank you for tuning in and spending this time with me. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.